So, you want to draw fast and know what helps improve speed?
Easy! If I want to draw fast, I'll just draw fast! How come when I draw fast, my art turns out like shit?
Speed of work is a result of proficiency. Without proficiency, it just means you aren't thinking anymore. And you will, 1, draw worse, and 2, make mistakes that you have to go back and fix. And surprise! The biggest waste of time that kills your drawing speed is making mistakes and having to correct them. I've heard a phrase that sums this up pretty well from air crash documentaries. Don't let your plane fly to where your brain hasn't been to before. And in this case, don't let your hand draw something that your brain hasn't thought about already. You have to take the time and know the purpose and placement of each stroke that you're drawing, instead of blindly drawing lines until you hit one that you're happy with.
But chillin', how am I supposed to draw fast if you're basically telling me to draw slow? Are you saying that my brain just thinks 100 times slower than those super fast painters out there?
Those people have basic knowledge and skills of drawing so ingrained in their minds that it's like breathing to them. And that's why they can draw fast while we're struggling. And there's only one way to get there. Practice. Mindful and correct practice. So how do you make sure that your practice is mindful and correct? First, make sure you understand art fundamentals when you draw. Look up academic guides if you have to. Spend days not drawing and just reading on the basics if you have to. Knowledge means you know how anatomy works, how lighting works, and knowing means less guessing, which means more correct drawing. Secondly, like I mentioned before, don't let your hands draw something that your brain hasn't thought about yet. Stop before every line if you have to. Those time lapses that you see of art just appearing on a canvas without a pause, what you never see is the artist stopping to take breaks and stopping in between elements to think about what to do next. Don't be fooled. Time lapses are not an accurate depiction of how art is done. Drawing is not a non-stop production line, and thinking is paramount to good art. Third, get rid of the bad habits. Most of us start drawing by having fun and not really thinking much, so most of us have some bad habits built up over our lives. And bad habit is the quintessential waste of time, because it means you will always be drawing something wrong first, and then spending time to fix it. And it is the direct result of you learning something wrong by drawing it fast without thinking. Once you're aware of these points, draw a lot and get the practice that you need. Good repetition is the key to mastery. All those great artists out there draw like gods because they draw more than you sleep. You might wonder then, how do you remain motivated to keep practicing? Well, you can use stuff you enjoy drawing as practice material. You can do life drawings for studying anatomy and then put on the faces of your favorite characters. You can do landscape studies and then make it a setting of your favorite game. You can do lighting studies and then make the scene something from your story. Practice does not have to mean suffering. It does not have to mean hating yourself and your life. It might take months or years before you can actually see results. But ironically, the more time you spend patiently building the foundation in the beginning, the faster you'll be able to draw later on. I want to add that drawing fast is not a necessity. It helps your productivity, but productivity is not your goal. Productivity should help you reach your goal. But if productivity hinders your creativity, then you should let it go. Don't be scared to stop and think. Don't be scared to go back and make changes that you think you need. In the end, drawing is an exploration and an expression. It should be you having a good time. I personally need days and weeks to connect with a picture before I can finish it, regardless of how fast I can actually finish it if I wanted to. So let all these things that I mentioned be tools for you to better enjoy your art experience.